Day one of the 2026 World Cup, and football has already lost its mind completely. First, Mexico and South Africa gave us 3 red cards in the opener. And now, South Korea just pulled off one of the most dramatic comebacks I have seen at a World Cup in years. 2 matches, 2 completely insane stories. And we are only on day 1. This tournament is already something special. Let me take you through exactly what happened tonight in Guadalajara. Because this match had everything. A sucker punch, a hero coming off the bench, a VAR robbery that nearly changed history, and a save in the 93rd minute that made my heart stop. The first half was tight, really tight. South Korea dominated possession, created chances, looked the better team, but the scoreboard stayed blank. And in football, you know what happens when you dominate but do not score. The other team scores first. 59th minute. Czechia captain Ladislav Krejci rose above everyone from a long throw and powered a header straight into the net. 1-0 Czechia. And I want to be honest with you right now. At that moment, South Korea looked lost. The body language was poor. The crowd was nervous. You could feel the tension through the screen because South Korea knew what was at stake. Earlier today, Mexico had beaten South Africa 2-0, which meant if South Korea lost tonight, they would start the tournament with 0 points, already chasing the group. The pressure was enormous. But then, Hwang In-beom happened. 67th minute. Lee Kang-in threaded the most perfect pass through the Czechia defense. Hwang received it, stopped on a dime, completely fooled the defender, completely fooled the goalkeeper, and chipped the ball softly, beautifully, into the far corner. 1-1. And I need you to understand how historic that moment was. Hwang In-beom just became only the 3rd South Korean player in history to score and assist in the same World Cup match. The first was Choi Soon-ho against Italy in 1986. The second was Hwang In-beom against Spain in 1994. And here's the part that gave me actual chills. Hwang In-beom is currently the South Korea manager. Their own coach did it last. And tonight, his player matched him. You honestly, genuinely, cannot script moments like that. South Korea smelled blood now. The momentum had completely shifted. Czechia were shaking. And then, the 77th minute happened. And this is where the match gets truly controversial. Thomas Souček rose up from a free kick and headed the ball into the net. Czechia thought they had taken a 2-1 lead. The stadium went quiet. But then, VAR stepped in. Offside. Goal canceled. And here is my honest opinion that some of you will disagree with. I watched that replay multiple times, and I genuinely believe Czechia were robbed. That offside call was so tight, it was basically invisible. We are talking about centimeters here. If that goal stands, the whole story of this match changes completely. Czechia go 2-1 up with 13 minutes left. South Korea are chasing the game. Group A looks completely different tonight, but it did not stand, and football moved on. 80th minute. South Korea brought on substitute. Oh, Hyeon-gyu, a man who had been sitting on the bench, waiting, watching. And the moment he stepped onto that pitch, he changed everything. Hwang In-beom cut the ball back across the box. Oh, Hyeon-gyu slid in perfectly and tapped it home. 2-1 South Korea. And the way he celebrated, that pure raw joy of a substitute who came on and immediately delivered for his country, that is what World Cup football is made of. But the drama was not finished. Not even close. 93rd minute. 3 minutes of stoppage time left. Czechia pressing desperately for an equalizer. The ball broke loose inside the box. Sadilek had only the goalkeeper to beat, and then Kim Sung-ju threw himself to the right and made the save. I actually shouted watching that. That is one of the best goalkeeper moments of this entire tournament so far. That save did not just keep South Korea ahead. That save potentially saved their entire World Cup. Because if Czechia equalized there, South Korea finished day 1 with just 1 point, with Mexico in their group. In a tournament where every point matters, Kim Sung-gyu understood what was at stake, and he delivered. So what did we actually learn from this match? Let me give you my honest team-by-team breakdown. South Korea were not perfect tonight. Not at all. They dominated the match statistically. 15 shots to Czechia's 8, and yet they were still losing for 20 minutes. That inefficiency in front of goal is going to cost them later in this tournament. When they face better teams, teams that punish you for missing chances, they cannot afford to be 1-0 down in the 59th minute. That needs to fix urgently. But here is what I will say about this South Korea team. They never panicked. They never stopped believing. Down 1-0 at a World Cup, and they kept playing their football. That mental strength is genuinely impressive. And Hwang In-beom tonight was absolutely world class. I had not heard many people talking about him before this tournament. After tonight, they will be. Czechia? I feel genuinely sorry for them, and I do not say that lightly. They played well tonight. They deserved more than they got. That disallowed Sacek goal is going to haunt their manager for a very long time. Centimeters, millimeters. That is the difference between a 2-1 lead and a 1-1 draw. And football showed absolutely no mercy tonight. Now let me connect both matches from today, because something is happening in Group A that I think people are not fully appreciating yet. Today, Mexico won comfortably against 9 men. Today, South Korea won in dramatic fashion. Both host nation, well, South Korea is not a host, but they play with the same intensity. Both teams have 3 points. South Africa have 0 points, and 2 players suspended from the next match. Czechia have 0 points, and the psychological damage of that disallowed goal, which means the bottom 2 teams in this group are already in serious trouble, and we are only on day 1. Here's my prediction for Group A, and I want you to tell me if you agree. Mexico and South Korea both go through to the knockout stage. South Africa go home. And Czechia, I think they have one more dramatic moment left in them, but ultimately, it is not enough. Am I right? Or am I completely wrong? Drop your prediction for Group A in the comments right now. I want to see exactly what you think, because here is the bigger picture that day 1 has shown us. This World Cup is already delivering drama that we have not seen in years. 3 red cards in the opener, a historic comeback, a disallowed goal that could have changed everything, a 93rd minute save that stopped the comeback, and we have only played 2 matches out of 104 matches. If day 1 was this insane, I genuinely do not know how we survive the rest of this tournament. Subscribe right now. I broke down every moment of it, just like I did with the Brazil and South Africa match. Hit the video on the left to watch that one. This World Cup is just getting started, and it is already the best one in years.